Previously on Totally Boyband, Lee struggled to find notes.
Love could find a way.
Lee? We're struggling on Lee, aren't we?
And friends.
It's not going well with Lee. It just doesn't seem that he kind of wants to join in.
And the record company lost faith in all of them.
God bless them, they obviously do think they're going to come up with a song.
Yeah.
5 former pub rivals have been selected to form a boy band to end all boy bands. Danny Wood, ex-New Kids on the Block. Dane Bowers, ex-Another Level. Bradley McIntosh, ex-S Club 7. Lee Latchford-Evans, ex-Steps. Jimmy Constable, ex-911. With combined album sales of 87 million, a record label, and a top management team behind them, their mission is to reclaim their rightful place at the top of the charts. They had it, they lost it, now they want it back.
Things just went so crazy, I nearly could have lost my mind.
There's just 1 week left to write a hit single. To increase their chance of success, the boys are split into groups and assigned top producers.
I don't ever want to be too much of it.
But the record company doubt they'll deliver.
I'm not sure about their sort of writing ability. I know in their previous bands they had very little to do with the writing. I'm still working on my B plan, which is to have a backup single in the wings, you know, if all else fails.
Yeah.
Don't even know when to start.
You know, I've got such a deadline on this record that if I don't deliver the record to Roseanne, we basically are going to miss our deadline of release. And if that happens, everyone's going to suffer.
We could write the single and our first single, which is not going to be written by Lee. It's not. And if I'm going to be really honest, I just don't see where he fits in the band.
What did you say then?
The things that you do. 1, 2. Way that you move, I feel it creeping up on me.
If Dane, the way he sings phenomenally, takes off, none of us can do that. So we shouldn't take that away from him. He should be allowed to do that.
So what are you asking of me?
Whereas I don't think any of them have got the sort of edgy voice that I've got.
Anybody who's a body wants to know her body.
All I can say is everything we've done so far we've all really liked, and we've all gelled really well.
Try and get a chorus then. Who am I? I was in the studio with Lee, and it's like, I'll write something, and he's like, yeah, that's good. Don't, how about not the, how about it, instead of the, and things like that, and you're like, please, just let me just write it.
We didn't want to get into a band where you have a person who's that guy that's not contributing and not, you know, pulling his weight.
We've all had that.
And I see, up till yesterday, I hadn't seen the group, the Steps group. And I saw it yesterday, and I was like, "Dear God!"
5, 6, 7, 8.
Like, I felt bad for him. You know what I mean? Rootin', scootin', rootin', tootin'. I don't know, man. Then you know the other thing is, which is, you know, an issue where we just could sit down and talk to him, is that he's a prick. And this is definitely an issue. That's going to come to a head pretty soon.
We got a hit single yet?
I think we're well on our way. The writing's been getting better and better. This is a track we did of Snowflake.
There's a track the guys did with Snowflake Boys, which came in this morning. It's really not great, and we do need something very special to launch these guys with. And this bit here, I just hate that. I think that's rubbish. And even here, it just sounds like some dodgy 80s records, you know.
I have to say, Rich, in terms of feel, that song, I would say 80% there. That sound would work.
This group will write a hit song.
You know, I want them to come in and go, Max, this is a song, and for me to believe it, you know, but if that isn't, I've got to have the B plan ready.
And I think it's totally
unnecessary and irrelevant to have a backup song, and I'll give Max a call and tell him that.
The bottom line is, if everyone else can walk off and get on with their next project, and I'm the one sitting there with a flop on my hands.
Is Max Bloom there, please?
John.
Max.
How are you?
Very quickly, if I may. We haven't got the hit song yet, but well on the way. I just wanted to talk to you about my understanding that you guys are searching for a backup song.
Yeah.
I think we should knock that on the head. I think it'll undermine the group, and I think the band are more than capable of coming up with a song.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Jonathan, but, you know, we've got to have a contingency plan. And
you say you've got lack of faith in the boys?
I wouldn't say lack of faith in the boys, but... You know, what if we sit here in a week's time and say there is nothing that is exciting or good enough to be released?
Have faith, Max, have faith.
That was Shalit on the phone.
Yeah.
He's telling me that you're having little faith in the guys. He was saying, will you stop looking for songs? You know, maybe...
Shalit can't tell you what to do.
Look,
he can try, but he's got to get through me.
No, but you know what it is? If he's scared of telling the boys, by the way, lads, you're singing this song, if they have a hit record, they get over it.
Everybody gets over it. If we go into the charts the wrong side of 40, nobody's getting over it. You know. No. How dare he? We have to make a record that we think the public are going to like, and so as we all don't, collectively, end up with egg all over our faces. Never mind Totally Boy Band, we'll be totally fucked.
And we've got 5 days to go. I'm going to listen to everything they've put forward, but I think it's more and more likely to be a backup single that I'm going to have to pick. Easy, guys. Nice to see you. You alright? Simon, Stuart, Max. Stuart. Oh, no. So how's it been going?
Preliminary stages, Max.
They all tried to drown me, but thank God they found me. 'Cause now it doesn't matter at all. Now my angels come to take me home.
It's so high, that chorus.
It is high.
And obviously there's no production. It's...
You know, I think the lyrics could be, again, too young, you know what I mean? And it's too sort of lovey-dovey, you know what I mean? Maybe needs to be a bit tougher. Hi, Ro, it's me. You know, it's certainly not something that I would consider being a single. Lee was banging on about the key being too high, and it's like, well, you're writing it, fucking change the key, do you know what I mean?
Me and Bradley merged together very well on that track, I feel. Bradley's got some really good ideas, and like I said, I tend to just hone them in a bit into a certain direction that I feel it should go, and it did work really, really well.
I think Lee's come up with some good ideas, you know, lyrically wise, you know, he's come up with some good ideas. I wouldn't expect Lee to necessarily come up with most of this song because it's not really his type. I feel like he's contributed enough. I feel like he's contributed quite a lot.
Tonight, I think Seb's coming over from Charlotte Global. She's wants to talk to us, and we've got a few issues on the whole Lee scenario.
Everybody knows when you're in a band, you've got to gel together. If it's going out in the town, if it's doing whatever, he goes home every night.
It's like you make an effort. He's going home to what? An empty house.
I just feel so blue. Let me play, my baby.
When Lee was in Steps, I asked him, did you write the songs? And he said, no, none of them.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Unfortunately for Lee, nobody's kind of put him in the room and said, OK, you'll write some songs for Steps. If he had done, he'd have learned what songwriting was all about. You can't do that overnight.
But he does write. He just maybe is not at the same level that you are. And this is all a learning process for him.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is the music business. You tell Concept Records, if we get a number 35 in a chart, please give us a second chance.
OK, but they won't.
Exactly. It's a simple thing.
I don't think keeping Lee in the band is going to be the reason you get a 35 or a 5.
No, but it's not going to push us up there. Do you know what?
I understand.
Listen to him. He's come into a situation where he's out of his depth.
This is what I like. Look at this. Not so New Kids on the Block.
I just can't see how it can be turned around.
Creatively, if he's not at the same level as you guys and you feel like he's holding you back, you feel like you're carrying dead weight, then that's definitely something you need to address.
Coming up, the boys have reached breaking point with Lee.
As far as him being a prick, I didn't come over here to be in a group with a guy like that.
But Bradley is torn.
Do not hate the guy. You know, I kind of feel sorry for him a bit.
And Lee's in for a nasty shock.
I would like you to leave here and leave the group.
There's no way all them are as equally as talented as we all think they are.
The band have had enough of Lee.
He's a prick.
But he can't see it.
All I can say is everything we've done so far we've all really liked and we've all gelled really well.
And the record company and management clashed.
You say you've got lack of faith in the boys?
You know, Alec can't tell you what to do. How dare he?
There's a loaded party, so we're going to that. We do need to start being seen a bit more as a group, kind of go out and party a bit more.
I'm ready to go, man. I just need some music in my life.
I've come down to this loaded thing to see the guys. I'm waiting for Lee to come in. The rest of the guys are in there. It would have been a lot better if the group could have all arrived together. But the fact that he hasn't, it's like the whole thing about the bonding thing. Again, like today, it's been reiterated again. If you'd arrived together, they probably would have got more paps. There would have been a lot more interest. There would have been a lot more hype. They're gonna play my tune, the tune that we made today in the studio. Me and Jimmy, they're gonna play the tune. Here we go. It sounds absolutely banging in the club. Whether or not that's going to be a single is a different story. But we now know that it actually sounds good in the club. It's a buzz, man.
Okay, we're here at Pierce Studios. Come see Danny, Lee, Danny, Jimmy and Dane. See how they're getting on.
Wants to get down, but tonight it won't be with you. Stick around. You're only wasting your time. Be mine. Why say I'm sorry?
Danny, man. I know it's tough, we've got this time limit and all the rest of it, but Roseanne's pulling my hair out, you know, she's like doing my head in because she's like, give me the product, give me a record, you know. We can't even talk to pluggers, we can't talk to anyone. And, you know, I want to get the track right, you know what I mean?
Go on, let's have a little blast.
Yeah, please, man.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I see you walking hand in hand. Her body language saying she's got some other plan.
I'm just thinking whether the chorus is strong enough.
Yeah,
you know,
like it is.
I think it's shit.
Yeah.
It's cool if you're all 18, you know what I mean, doing the moves, but you know what I mean. I think it's going to be too tough to make people believe it. You know what I mean. I think you could come up with something better there. I thought the lyrics were really average. I don't think that's going to be the contender for the single.
I got a phone call from Danny. It's transpired they want to talk about Lee. Hello. So you kind of horrified me on the phone?
Yeah? Why are you horrified?
Because the group looks very harmonious to me and I'm really pleased so far.
We've kind of... With Lee, right, he's not a writer. He's not. And he's not a singer.
You know, when it comes down to money, which it's not all about, but when it comes down to splitting your percentages, you're giving away percentage of money to someone that really isn't contributing.
Earning it.
You're not contributing it into the project at all.
But what's he like as a bloke?
As far as him being a prick, you know, because I don't like him. And I didn't come over here to be in a group with a guy like that.
As with all groups of people, you're going to have friction. I think you need to talk to him in the first instance. And I think when you talk to him, you need to have a bad meeting with all
Tonight.
five. That's up to you when you talk to him.
Tonight.
I'm gonna see Lee and Bradley and check up how they're doing in the studio, see if I can get a discreet word, bearing in mind what the other guys just told me.
Oh,
How's
totally.
it going? How's everyone gelling?
It's really good.
Any problems? Any personnel?
No problems. Not that I know of at the moment. Like I said, very surprised. 5 guys don't really know each other. Just to gel and make it work.
King Kong.
Oh yeah.
White boy carry my face, yeah. You got fucked. Swear to God.
I thought you were working hard.
We had a surprise.
That's why I'm kind of like tired. Everybody deserves a little 10-15, but you lot sneaky though, man. I don't like the way you do that. Roll up on me.
Let's go have a chat then.
Let's go.
Being serious, I've just been to the other guys. Go on a Farley. Do you support that?
It's such a hard thing, man. You know, I've got to be honest. I've got to be totally honest. Pardon?
Get your voice down.
Yeah, of course. I've got to be really honest, man. I mean, I've not really had that much of a big problem. Right now, it's not really. Everyone else has made an effort, and he's not made as much of an effort. But I do not hate the guy. You know, I kind of feel sorry for him a bit.
I find Lee totally oblivious to everything, really happy with the way things are going. Lee's clearly got no inkling that anyone's unhappy with him. I get Bradley totally sitting on the fence. What I don't know is Bradley shy and embarrassed to say what he really thinks, or have the other 3 bullied Bradley into their corner?
Tonight we're gonna have a band meeting basically to tell Lee he doesn't fit in at all. I just think it's gonna be hard for him to hear the truth, and it's probably gonna come from me, because I'm the evil American, so.
At this moment in time, I'm not feeling any pressure whatsoever. I'm very surprised how quickly the guys have got on. So I think we will come up, well, we are coming up with some really, really good tunes.
It's not his fault that this isn't his style of music. It's not his fault that he doesn't write and that he doesn't sing. It's maybe a bit frustrating that he thinks he can and does, but he can't. I would assume that tomorrow it will be a 4-piece band. I don't see any way around it.
There's some definite issues, Lee, that we wanted to talk to you about. Since we've been in the studio, you're not really contributing much.
Oh, man.
And you're not really singing much.
Right.
And we think that's going to become even more of a problem in the future.
Okay.
So, basically, for me, you know, as far as me personally, I would like to leave here, you know, I would like you to leave here and leave the group. That's how I feel. If anyone else wants to chime in.
I personally, if I was said, look, you're in the studio with Lee tomorrow, I would actually automatically head down and think, shit, I've got to work my ass off. I would sit there and think, shit, I've got to write a song by myself.
What do you want me to say to that?
Nothing really. I don't know what you can say.
It's like, you know, I don't know what to say. I'm just shocked. That's so, you know, what do you expect me to say? You bring me into the firing line and then go, right, what do you want to do? It's like, I'm quite shocked about the whole thing because I do...
We didn't bring you... But listen, we didn't bring you into the firing line. This is the best way we could do it.
Bradley, what happened today, mate?
Today in the studio? Yeah. I'll be honest. I didn't do hardly anything today.
Realistically, wrote a whole song, vocaled the whole thing, got on really well. You know, Bradley was sorting some personal problems out, so that's a different issue, but...
I don't know what happened today, but it shouldn't have happened because he has a personal problem. You should have been in there doing your thing, but because he has a personal problem, what's the consequence now? That you did something today? You know, to me, that's weak.
Do you guys actually want me in this or not? At the moment, you're saying no. I'm getting that vibe. You know, all I can do is just step up the gear.
And now is the time to be honest and be straightforward. If you can't step up and do the job that you were, I suppose, employed to do, then walk away.
You know, if you really feel I'm like this dead weight that's pretty much pile of shit that isn't going to help, then...
There doesn't seem like much else to do for us, because none of us are really going to be happy with the situation the way it is.
Okay. No, there's nothing else to say, so I'll go. End of the day. I do feel upset and I do feel shocked. I just don't think I deserve not to be in it. I think that's the thing that's bugging me. Like I said, there's no way all them are as equally as talented as they all think they are.
And right now, it started off bad, and I don't think we can fix this now. It's too late.
Rich, do you think he should be in the group? Do you think he fits and should be in this group? Rich, don't make me hang up on you. Don't make me hang up on you. Do you think he should be in this group? If you're going to start dropping rubbish like that and being diplomatic, then I'll pass you on. Can you start telling me about how this record steps or so? Not interested.
Next time on Totally Boyband, is it really the end for the Latch?
Whatever the rights or wrongs of the situation,
I just think it's wrong. I just think you've got to give the guy a chance.
So you think then that we should give another week's chance of doing absolutely nothing, contributing nothing?
Get back on it, let's make it a hit, let's make this band a success.
And Roseanne's on the warpath.
Then you're like a fucking broken record now. There's no fucking song ready yet, Jonathan.